the, a lot of the colorism that is in the black community, because it's real, even though we don't like to admit it. But the community is full of colorism. I remember my first wife when I was married, and it was an older lady, about in the 70s, 80s. I think she was in her 70s. And me, I'm a very brown skin, probably not dark, but I'm like what you would consider a peanut butter cup. So, I was sitting up there talking to this older lady, being a gentleman. And the lady said, "Ooh, you a good color too." So she said, "You will pass the paper bag, the brown paper bag test." And I knew what it was, what it meant. But basically she was saying I wasn't too dark. So I mean, they gave me a pass. And a lot of this stuff, man, this colorism and shit, actually got a lot of dark-skinned women are very responsible for this shit. And it goes back to the older generation where, that's why you had a lot of these black women back in the day, and even now, with this divestment movement, you have these women saying that they don't want, a lot of times they give a brand, if you all follow only logical channels, they want to have a biracial mixed baby. Now these are mostly dark-skinned black women that want to have these biracial, ambiguous girls, preferably girls, more so than boys, but girls because they can play in their hair and shit like that. Now this shit really don't affect the men as much as it does the women. Now you'll have dark-skinned brothers, like a couple days ago, you had a whole bunch of young brothers, man. So, biracial brothers, black brothers in between, and they all get along, ain't no shit. See, the shit that bothers women don't affect us men. We can have light-skinned brothers, dark-skinned brothers. We'll joke with each other, "Oh, nigga, you dark, you light bone, you a light nigga." Shit like that, we'll joke. But that's as far as it goes. We don't go to the point of saying, like the women do, like the women do in our community. And then they'll say, yeah, sometimes maybe some low-key shit in between dark-skinned and black men. But the funny thing is, darker-skinned men are more promoted amongst the light-skinned men, because dark-skinned men seem as more masculine. Just take let me see, Wesley Snipes, there's a few brothers, man, I can't think of their names right now, but these are dark-skinned brothers. And normally in the black community, the black men, the darker-skinned black men, due to their masculinity, and especially if you have a few exceptions to that rule. You have like Boris Kudrow, the one dude, I forgot the one dude, light-skinned dude. And you have a few exceptions to the rule. Christopher Williams, DeBarge wouldn't be picked in that group because he looked too feminine. He look too damn feminine. You can't, even if you're a light-skinned dude, you got at least, like Rick Fox or something, you got at least look kind of masculine, where, you can't look too feminine. As a light-skinned dude, you gotta be able to, hang with the brothers and shit, But we don't really have that problem like the women do, like the light-skinned, ambiguous, and unambiguous black women. We don't have those problems like they got, Now, I have heard Negroes say, yeah, man, I gotta give me a little yellow bone, little sister. Me, I don't discriminate with women because I see beauty in every black woman, whether she be dark-skinned or brown-skinned or biracial or light-skinned. I see, like my girl, she biracial, So I see beauty, if they attractive, you know, I don't know, shit, you know, you get a rise downstairs, no matter if you're a dark-skinned or light-skinned woman, you know. But then you have those women that are light-skinned that's not attractive, biracials that are not attractive. So you got that on both sides, but for the most part, you know, you'll have a lot of these biracial black women that have a deep-seated like hatred towards light-skinned and biracial women. You know, I seen this play out, you know, with my little sister, how girls used to hate on her because she was ambiguous looking. I seen this happen to my aunt, who's an ambiguous light-skinned black woman. How that played out, she used to get into a lot of fights just because she was attractive and a lot of guys was picking her. You know, like I got another aunt, a cousin that's a very fair-skinned, with exotico looking women. I got a lot of that in my family. You know, with my sisters, with my aunts, cousins and shit. I got a lot of it. You know, so I've seen this both sides on how this light skin and dark skin, ambiguous, and you had even that kind of hatred in my family where you had some of my cousins who were unambiguous, jealous of my aunt who was ambiguous looking. I seen it, you know. Now, is this a problem? Yeah, it ain't really. It's really cosmetic shit. You know, women shit. You know, that really guys, we don't give a damn. Most guys don't give a damn. If you're a dark-skinned, attractive woman, you make they tower stand up. Most guys don't give a fuck. You know, most guys don't give a damn. Because when you turn out the light, it's time to clap cheeks. Guys don't give a damn. That's just real speed. You know. But me, yes, I have seen a lot of vitriol and hatred and colorism in the black community. And everybody say it was just men. No, it's women as well. Like I said, when that older woman came to me and said, I passed the brown paper bag test because, you know, she said, I'm in the middle. I made it. I passed the brown paper bag test, you know. Then I didn't have what you would consider full African features. You know, I don't have the full African features due to, we all know, due to the slave master laying up when my dad was a biracial guy. So, I mean, a lot of those European genes crept into my genetics. Not that I'm not trying to say I'm proud of that, you know, but it is what it is. You know, damn, this light's bright, shit. But as far as on this stuff with the Exotico United and all the unambiguous black women, and the funny thing is, I mean, when you really pay attention, black women kind of do that to themselves, especially when you got Serena Williams going bleaching herself, bleaching herself and shit like that. You got all these black women, when they get makeup, they want to contour their features to make their features look more what I consider sharper. I ain't gonna say European features, because even European features didn't evolve with white people. Them features are already in black people. As you look at those people who are of Cushitic, like Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritreans, some Sudanese, even though you'll see that mixture in between of Nilotic, and you'll see a lot of that in most of your Horn Africans, where you have the Nilotic and the Cushitic mix, like especially in Sudan, Kenya, that's how you had that shit in Uganda. I mean, not in Uganda, but in that shit that happened in Rwanda, where you had the Europeans put the Cushitic blacks over the Bantu blacks, and then that shit played out years later, where you had the cushionic people. So you had that going on, and a lot of that stuff the Europeans used. Basically, Europeans used that to divide and conquer, just like with everything else. But other than that, like I said, you'll see those features in a lot of black people. You'll see people that you'll think that Somali, Cushionic, Ethiopian, and black and the African American community, because due to the mixture and our mixture of European DNA and then, you know, shit like that. You know, and Afro-Latino. Like, what? Let's take America Negra. I ain't gonna lie, man, America Negra, bad. But she had what you would consider those features, the kind of European speaking features, and then the African features that blended in. You can tell, you know. But this shit is basically a lot of things that a lot of women, you know, a lot of the black women deal with. And yes, you'll have some biracial channels where they completely shitting on unambiguous black women. You have some like Exotico United, you know, she don't do that, but you call out these dark-skinned women, especially these divestors and shit, because the divestors, they kill me. They'll sit and want to have biracial daughters, you know, and then we'll have a problem with biracial, ambiguous-looking women, because for some reason, most men, white or black, are attracted to biracial, unambiguous black women. I mean, ambiguous black women. So this is a part of our community that's really, you know, that's really should be between women, though. And really, you know, I'm just talking about it. I thought I'd just talk about it, even though it's purely cosmetic women shit. Because, you know, in me, it don't make no difference to me. You know, shit. You fine. That's all to it. I'm like Big Pun. I regulate every shade of that, you dig? And as far as featureism, you know, I find even some Nilotic women attractive. I used to think Grace Jones was fine. I used to think Grace Jones was sexy as a motherfucker. Even though a whole lot of people say, man, she all dark skin, man, she look like a spook. I had niggas say that about her. I like, man, she fine than a motherfucker to me. But she had them colorism issues too with herself. You see it with Diana Ross. Diana Ross had them colorism issues. That's why Diana Ross looked the way she looked. So yes, you have women that started out dark skinned, like Serena Williams, Diana Ross. A lot of these women who are unambiguous bleach their skin, and basically they just proving a point that the exoticos, you know, are put on the pedestal in the black community. Now this is where they fuck up, because a lot of them think that they're gonna be put up on a pedestal with white women. Nah, not so fast. It depends on how you look. If you look like Mariah Carey or Meghan Markle or Zendaya or that shit right there, you look a lot more European looking. You know, you're gonna be put on a pedestal over there in the white community. You know, like you had a video where this guy, pretty much, he said he don't date no black woman, and the black chick was damn near throwing all kind of shit trying to get with him. He told her, hey, ain't no offense to you, I don't think you unattractive. He said, I'm not into you. He said, mostly the women I'm into are white. You gotta be damn near, if you're a biracial girl, you gotta be damn near looking white. So she got mad at him, talking about, I don't date no white man. Bullshit. Because if that white dude said, I would date you, she would have been damn near ripping his goddamn clothes off. I don't want to hear that shit talking about, gee, I'm into black men anyway. Bullshit. I call out bullshit. Because if that white dude would say, yeah, I get with you, she would have been all in there. She'd be damn near ready to hop on that dude Johnson. A lot of them black women do that shit. She'll be talking about, I ain't into no white man anyway. Bullshit. A lot of them will lay up with a white man quicker than a motherfucker just to have a biracial looking babies. Because a lot of these black women, a lot of them have self-hating, self-hating issues. That's why Exotico and Chrissy, and Chrissy was going so hard in the paint, because Chrissy talk all this divestment shit, talk about black dark-skinned beauty, but they don't want to produce themselves. That means they have a low self-esteem about themselves. And Exotico called that out. She called that out. So a lot of these ambiguous black women, a lot of them, like Exotico channel, she don't be doing it to shit on dark-skinned, unambiguous black women. She just called their shit out. Which you can't really, you gotta agree with on. You know? But due to the colorism in the black community, I'm just keeping it real. Yes, you'll have more black men that will choose an Exotico or a biracial chick over a dark-skinned chick. Unless that black woman, the dark-skinned woman, is straight up looking, basically looking like homegirl from the Django Unchained, which really, she has a lot of Exotico features in her. So you'll kind of put her over there, because see, people don't understand. You could be a dark-skinned woman and be ambiguous. You could be a dark-skinned woman and be ambiguous. But hey, this is my point of view. My views don't reflect the thinking of the majority of people. So hey, it is what it is. Over and out.